How do you do? My name is Sven and I would like to tell you about my forthcoming video. It is about Alfred Hitchcock and his lifelong relationship with the audience. In this video I hope to make you all aware of 3 of his most noble filmmaking techniques. And through it all you can play a most conspicuous part, because not only can you appreciate his art, but you can also apply. What is this? Rear Window is my favorite Hitchcock film. As a matter of fact, it's one of my top 3 films of all time and all filmmakers. It's a perfectly contained story taking place all in one location and demonstrating what constitutes, as he calls, pure cinema. Look at the opening shot of Rear Window. This is visual storytelling. Not a single word has been spoken. It tells us everything we need to know about where we are, who our hero is, why he is in this particular situation, and because Hitchcock treats the camera as if it was the viewer's eyes, it engages us to use our curiosity to figure out ourselves what the story might be. Hitchcock always prefers visual storytelling over dialogue, partly because he directed nearly a dozen silent films. He never fully accepted synchronized sound cinema.
To me, they're what I call photographs of people talking. It bears no relation to the art of the cinema.
For him, dialogue is just another sound among all others, so he treats it just as that.
Jeffries?
Congratulations, Jeff.
For what?
For getting rid of that cast.
Who said I was getting rid of it?
That's not to say that Hitchcock films have no dialogue, quite the opposite. But the important information and subtext is still given to us through visuals.
If you don't pull me out of this swamp of boredom, I'm going to do something drastic.
Like what?
Like what? I'm going to get married, and then I'll never be able to go anywhere.
You probably already know the difference between shock and suspense.
The suspense story is giving the audience full information before you start. Tell the audience that, then they will scream out and say, "Get out of there, get out of there."
Hitchcock suggests to let the audience know more than the character so that they can worry about the outcome. That is suspense. You keep the audience on the edge of their seats. While surprise or shock comes and goes.
And the audience will get 5 seconds of shock.
Instead of the quickly dissipating rush of shock, the emotional involvement of the audience through suspense can be stretched for minutes or more. Suspense is probably the most important technique Hitchcock uses through his career. Unlike many other films who turn the audience into an objective spectator, a Hitchcock film entices you to not just watch, but to actively figure out the story and fear for the character.
You're sure making time tonight, reader. What's the big rush?
I want to get to bed. That's the big rush.
So you've pushed your lead character to the brink of failure.
Have you not?
And then someone else swoops in and saves the day, just because they happen to stumble upon the scene.
You're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing and go home.
Mom, don't do it. Mom, no.
According to Hitchcock, that is terrible filmmaking. Characters should win or lose, meaning achieve their goals because of the choices they made, that are grounded on their experience and the courage to overcome their fears. So Hitchcock made it very clear as a rule for his films. There can only ever be one coincidence, often at the beginning of the film.
You have a vacancy.
Oh, we have 12 vacancies. 12 cabins, 12 vacancies. They moved away the highway.
That sets things in motion that are already latently existing. And then from that point forward, the film resolves because of the hero and the obstacles she needs to face.
Cabin 1. It's closer in case you want anything. Right next to the office.
Tell your story visually. Think of your film as a silent film where you don't have the luxury to have characters inform the audience. Use suspense for a long-lasting audience engagement. Give the audience more information than the character so that they can worry about the outcome. Don't use more than one coincidental event in your film, and let everything else be motivated by your character's action. So these are my 3 favorite Hitchcock techniques. I'm surprised how little they're used today, even though I think they can be pretty much applied to any film genre. Do let me know if there are some other Hitchcock techniques worth adding to the list. I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.